G'day guys and welcome back to another video on my YouTube channel, and in today's video we'll be rating every AFL team's performance out of 10 or how they went in 2024 AFL season, not including finals. So I think the Adelaide Crows performed, they didn't have the best of years, coming 15th, bottom 4, the top of the bottom 4. They got 8 wins, that's pretty good for 15th on the ladder, and a high percentage that they got, over 100 percentage points. I think they deserve like not a high rating, but a bit more than they deserve. I'm going to give them a 3.5 with how they performed in 2024. Now there's one line how they performed in 2024 AFL season, as they just won the elimination final, and they are making up the Gabba Fortress again. Still losing some games at the Gabba this year, but making it fierce with. They came fifth as they played pretty well in the 2024 AFL season. I saw Joe Danaher, Cameron, Dane Zorko, Lockie Neal, Zach Bailey, Logan Morris, Charlie Cameron, all the players just stood out, and I'm going to give them a 6.5. Next, the Carlton Blues. They didn't have the best of years, finishing in the 8, coming 8, but I don't think they deserved it. I think that they didn't have the best of years, actually, even finishing in the 8. I think with how they performed, they still did play good in the first 16 rounds, but then after that they lost 8 games. The 2024 AFL season wasn't the best. I'll give them a 5.5. Next, Collingwood Magpies. I think where they performed in the 2024 AFL season wasn't the best. I think that they deserve to get a little bit of credit with how they performed in the season, as they played pretty as they did play pretty well. Jordan De Goey standing out, like all the good players just playing good for them, like Nick Dacos, Josh Dacos. As they actually finished 9th, I don't think they deserved maybe like 11th or 12th, but not 9th, as they had the draws which got them up there. But I think with how they performed, they deserve a 5. I just reckon with how they performed, I reckon they deserve a 5. It's about half of what it's meant to be. Now, moving on to the Essendon Bombers with how their season went. They didn't have the best of years. The first 12 games was pretty good, and then they slipped after that. Only winning the last 3 out of the last 10, so they slipped a bit. I think because of that, they maybe deserve a 5. Actually, no, I'll give them a 4.5. Okay, now the Fremantle Dockers. They played pretty well, finishing 10th, just missing out in the finals. They deserved it more than Carlton to play in the finals. Freo Dockers, they didn't get there in the end. I thought they would, even come in the top 4, but they came 2 out of the 8, 2 spots out of the 8, because they have to enjoy the young players to help their side. I think they didn't have the 100% 2022 season as they had 2022, but the 2024 season for them, I reckon they deserve a 6.5. Now Geelong Cats. I think with how they performed, their first couple of games wasn't the best, but then after round the 16, everything switched. They've won the last 5 out after round 16. I think they deserve a bit of credit here. Watching their young players go about it. Sean Manor, Max Holmes, like Jeremy Cameron in the Stars, and Tom Hawkins retiring, and Reece Stanley there. I'm going to give them an 8. I reckon, with how they perform, they're through to a prelim now. I reckon they deserve an 8. I don't think play good at the start, but I'm going to give them an 8. Now moving on to Gold Coast Suns. Well, they didn't have the best of years, as they finished 13th, I think, or 12th. I think it's 13th on the ladder. It wasn't the best years for them, so they finished for 13th. They deserved like maybe a 4.5. Now moving on to GWS Giants. They had a good season, losing the qualifying final by just a heartbreaking goal, 6 points. I think they deserve a bit of credit. I think I'm going to give them a 7 with how they perform. Now moving on to the Hollywood Hawks. My team, I think they with their players that they honestly bring the house down here. I honestly gonna give them credit with the young players, the Wizard, Con McDonald, John Newcombe, James Warple, Jack Gunston, Luke Bruce, James Sicily, the whole team stood out. And I'm gonna give the Hollywood Hawks a 7.5 with how they performed in 2024 through to a semi now. Now moving on to the horrendously shocking Melbourne Demons coming like 14th. Horrible. They dropped down a lot, finishing like, I think it was like 4th last year or 3rd. Now they've got like 10 places down. Like, they're slipped a lot. As I'd say deserve to. I don't think they deserve. They still played good to start the season, and that's what I think got them to slip was the Christian Truck injury. I'm going to give them a 4. Now moving on to Melbourne Kangaroos, as they didn't have the best of years, just coming 17th once again, having that shocking bad season. Nick Larkey, George Wardlaw, and Tristan Sherry and Davies Uniacke, the only ones that stood out, and Sheasel. And because of that, I'm going to give them, since they were the first 12 rounds, shocking start. After that, they got a bit better, and I think, because I'll give them a 2.5 with how they performed in 2024 AFL season. And moving on to the Port Adelaide Power. They had the best of years, just playing a bit worse than last year. Not ladder-wise, but I just reckon that they got the 11 in a row last year. They didn't get that this year. They did slip a little bit. As I reckon they will get some credit here. With how they start the season, I think got them pretty good percentage points. I'm going to give them an 8.5. Now moving on to the horrible Richmond Tigers. I think it's pretty obvious here. We'll give them a 1. Now moving on to the St Kilda Saints. They had a very good late comeback. Didn't get them into the 8, but if there was another 5 rounds, they would have played finals. I guarantee you. As they had a very late surge, but too late enough. Jack Higgins, like, just carrying the team to get wins and stuff. Like, honestly, it's what they do deserve. Like, I reckon how they performed, I'll give them a 5 after the comeback that they got. I'll give them 5. And moving on to the deadly Sydney Swans, as they just slipped a little bit at the end, but they from the minor premiers, 17 wins, 6 losses. So honestly, because of that, they just performed so well. They slipped a bit, but I'll give them credit. And I'll give them a 9. They just performed so well because of that. Now moving on, West Coast, horrible Eagles. They played a bit better this season. I'll give them a bit of credit for how they played in their home games this year. They won a few of them in the big crowd that they got. Got them a couple of wins. I'm going to give with how they performed, their young players standing out, like all the players and stuff, making them getting a bit better. I'll give them credit. I'll give them a 3.5. I know that sounds shocking, but I'll give them a 3.5 as they got that 2-letter improvement this year, and I think that will get them a 3.5. Just my opinion. Now moving on to the last but not least, Western Bulldogs. They had a pretty good season, finishing 6 as each got eliminated against the Hawks, but I'll give them credit here. I'll give them a 7 how they performed.